Hi HBNR families, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to cut male or female trouser perfectly like a pro. If you are just coming across this channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I drop an amazing video like this. Please, I want you people to make this video go viral by liking this video and share it into Facebook or any other platform. Please let's make this video go viral. So before we dive into the video, I need to make some clarification before we dive into the video. So if you take your length measurement, you should bear it in mind that your waistband is also part of your length measurement, and if you want to draft the pattern, you must deduct the waistband from the length of the pant. So assuming I normally use 1.5 for my waistband, so when I want to draft the pattern of the trouser, I deduct 1 inches from the length of the trouser, and later when I want to draw the curve of the waist area, I deduct the remaining half of an inch. So the same thing goes for the crotch measurement. So our waistband is also part of our crotch measurement, and we need to deduct it while drafting the pattern because we are going to attach the band to it when we are sewing it. So if we don't deduct the waistband and later we still added the waistband to it, definitely the crotch will not be balanced and it will be too long and it won't be accurate and perfect. So let me show you what I mean by the crotch and the waistband, how they correlate to each other. Let's assume this is a trouser. I'm using the joggers to make the analysis of what I want. So this is the crotch starts from here down to here and to the back, to the top of the back side here. Now this is what I mean. This is how to take the perfect trouser crotch. So as you can see, the front and here. Now let's take a critical look. The front waistband here is 2 inches, and also the back waistband is also 2 inches. So together it makes 4 inches. So definitely when we want to cut the crotch line on the pattern, we need to deduct 4 inches. So we need to add up the front and the back waistband together, and we are going to minus it when we want to cut, when we want to mark the crotch line on the pattern paper. So because after we cut the pattern and want to sew it, we are going to add the waistband of 2 inches to it for the front side, and also it's going to cover the back side as well. So everything we equivalent to our actual crotch measurement. So don't get confused when we dive into the video, so that these are the things you are going to be seeing. And as you can see that our length, the length of the pant will also start from the waistband. So that's why I said when drafting the pattern, you need to deduct the waistband from the length of the pant. So if you want to take a crotch length measurement, this is how you should take it directly on the person's body. So don't take it on the pants of that person that has been sewed already, because if you take it on the pants, you will also take the measurement of the crotch curve which was added to the pants before sewing, so when cutting rather. So you should take it directly on the person's body like this. So for male, it shouldn't be too tight at this area, but for female, you know, there's nothing. So this is it. And that's all. So let's dive into the video and let's see how we are going to implementing all the measurements. Please don't forget to like and share this video. HBNR, thanks for watching. So I'm going to draw a straight line here for my starting point, and I'm going to be using 1.5 inches for my waistband. And as we already know that the waistband is also among the length of the pant, so I need to deduct the waistband measurement from the length. So out of the 1.5 I'm going to be using for my waistband, I'm going to deduct 1 inches from the length of the pant, and later I'm going to deduct the remaining half of an inch. So this 1 inch, I'm going to deduct the 1 inch from the length of the pant. So the initial measurement of the length of the pant is 37, and as you can see that I've already deduct 1 inches at the top of the pant. So I'm going to mark 37 here. So after marking it here, I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'll mark 37 also. So I'm going to connect it together like this. And after that, I'm going to add 2.5 inches for the hemming allowance. I'm also going to draw a straight line to connect it together like this. So the next thing is to mark my crotch depth. My crotch measurement is 24 divided by 2, which will gives me 12 inches, and I'm going to deduct 3 inches from the 12 inches. The 3 inches is for the waistband. The front waistband is 1.5 and the back waistband is 1.5, making 3 inches. So deducting 3 inches from the 12 inches will gives me 9 inches. So don't remember to deduct the one we deducted from the length of the pant. So I marked 9 inches here, and the knee measurement is 19 inches. You can divide your length by 2 to get the knee measurement. So I'm going to measure the same thing here. Don't forget that I keep deducting the 1 inch from the length measurement. So I'm going to connect it together like this. The waist line, the knee line, and also the crotch line as well. So now I'm going to be applying all the measurement on each segment. So I'm going to mark 1 inch here at the crotch line. I'm going to mark 1 inch. So from that 1 inch, I'm going to divide my thigh measurement, which is 23 by 2. It will gives me 11.5. So I'm going to mark 11.5 for my thigh measurement. After marking 11.5, I'm going to go inward by 1.5 of an inch. I'm going to go inward by 1.5 of an inch. Now I'm going to find the center of it like this. I'm going to mark the center. So I'm going to mark the center here as well. At the waistline, I'm going to mark the center, and also at the knee line, I'm going to mark the center. I'm going to do the same thing at the ankle area. So I'm going to connect it together like this. So I'm going to take the measurement from this line to the center line, and it gives me 4.2 inches, and I'm going to deduct 0.5 of an inch, which is half of an inch from it, and it will equivalent to 3.3 3/4 of an inch, which is 3.75 inches. So I'm going to mark it here. So I'm going to connect it together like this. So I'm going to mark half of an inch here for my seaming allowance, and my waist measurement is 33 divided by 4. It will gives me 8.25. So I'm going to mark 8.25 starting from the seaming allowance I marked, and I'm going to add extra 0.5 for my seaming allowance as well. So I'm going to mark 0.5 here for my seaming allowance as well, and I'm going to apply my hip measurement, which is 38 divided by 4. It will gives me 9.5. So I'm going to mark 9.5 here. So after marking the 9.5, I'm going to add extra seaming allowance to it like this. So I'm going to add 0.5 for the seaming allowance as well. So now I'm going to use my hip curve to connect it together like this. So now I'm going to draw the crotch curve like this. I'm going to mark my knee measurement, which is 17 inches, and I'm going to divide 17 inches by 2, which will gives me 8.5. And I'm going to divide 8.5 by 2, it will gives me 4.2, and I'm going to place the 4.2 at the center line of the pant. I'll mark it at the right side, and I'm going to mark 8.5 at the left side. So now I'm going to apply my ankle measurement, which is 13 inches, and I'm going to divide 13 by 2, which will gives me 6.5, and I'm going to find the center of 6.5, and I'm going to place it exact on the middle line. So I'm going to mark it like this. So I'm going to connect it from the ankle area to the crotch line like this. Now I'm going to mark the pocket opening. So I'm going to mark 2.5 inches here, and I'm going to use 7.5 inches for the length of the pocket, and I'm going to connect it together like this. So I want to deduct the remaining half of an inch of the waistband I deducted from the length of the pant earlier. So the remaining half, I'm going to deduct it here. So I'm going to mark half of an inch here, and I'm going to connect it to the tips of the side area like this. So I'm done with the front part of the trouser, and I'm going to cut it out. As you can see, the front part is perfect. So let's move to the cutting of the back side. So I'm going to place the front part on the remaining pattern paper like this. So I'm going to make sure there is not any rumple in any area, or there is no any underlay or overlay in any area. So I'm going to extend the crotch line like this, I'm going to mark half of an inch here, and I'm going to extend the line. So after that, I'm going to add 1.5 inches to my ankle area like this, and I'm going to add 2 inches to my knee line, and I'm going to add 2.5 inches to my crotch line. So I'm going to connect it together. So I'm going to mark 1 inch here for the back plate. After marking the 1 inch, I'm going to place the French cuff and connect it to the front hip, just like this. So after that, I'm going to mark 2 inches upward at the crotch line for the back part. So I'm going to connect it to the tips of the side pocket like this. Now from here, I'm going to mark 1.5 inches for the seaming allowance and the back plate. The back plate is 1 inch and the seaming allowance is half of an inch. And I'm going to apply the waist measurement, which is 8.25 like this. I'm going to mark it. After marking it, I'm going to add extra 2 inches to it. So the 2 inches is for the adjustment, assuming that after sewing the pant, it tight me at the waist area. So the 2 inches will give room for me to amend and adjust it. I'm going to apply the back hip measurement. My initial hip measurement is 38, and I'm going to add extra 2 inches for it for ease, which will make it 40 inches. So I'm going to divide 40 inches by 2, which will gives me 20 inches. So I'm going to place the 20 inches, I'm going to place it at the front hip. So the both side I marked for the seaming allowance, I'm going to place it there. So whatever it remains is our back hips measurement. So what remains here is 10.5 inches. So I'm going to mark 0.5 for seaming allowance here, and I'm going to apply the remaining 10.5 inches hip measurement. So I'm going to connect it like this, and also I'm going to connect it to the extra 2 inches I added to it to the waistline. So now I'm going to connect it to the crotch area like this. Now I'm going to cut out the back part of the pant. Now I'm going to cross check all the measurement I applied, maybe it's correct and accurate. So I'm going to start from the lap or thigh measurement. So I'm going to mark half of an inch here for seaming allowance. I'm going to mark half of an inch here as well. I'm going to mark the same thing here at the back part of the pants. So after marking the seaming allowance, I'm going to take the measurement of the thigh from the seaming allowance I marked, which equivalent to 10 inches, and I'm going to place the 10 inches on the seaming allowance of the back part, which equivalent to 23 inches. So, and our initial measurement for thigh or lap measurement is 23 inches, which shows our thigh measurement is correct and accurate. So we are going to move on to the knee measurement. I'm going to extend the line to the back part of the pant, and I'm going to mark half of an inch for seaming allowance. I'm going to do the same thing for the back part as well. And I'm going to follow the same step as I've done on the thigh measurement. So this equivalent to 7.5 inches. And I'm going to place the 7.5 on the seaming allowance I marked, which will equivalent to 17 inches. And the knee measurement is 17 inches, which is also correct and accurate. So I'm going to mark half of an inch at the crotch line here to recheck our crotch measurement if it's correct. And I'm going to take the measurement starting from the seaming allowance I marked. So it's equivalent to 9 inches, and I'm going to deduct half of an inch from it for seaming allowance, which equivalent to 8.5, and I'm going to add 1.5 inches for the waistband to 8.5, which will gives me 10 inches. So the front crotch measurement is 10 inches, and I'm going to place the 10 inches on the seaming allowance I marked on the back part of the pant like this. So, and I'm going to start the measurement as well. So it's equivalent to 23 inches, and I'm going to deduct half of an inch for seaming allowance from it, which will equivalent to 22.5 inches, and I'm going to add extra 1.5 inches for the waistband to 22.5, which will equivalent to 24 inches. So, and our initial crotch measurement is 24 inches, which makes it correct and accurate as we've measured. So definitely all our measurements we applied to the pant is correct and accurate. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to share and like this video. Thanks for watching. HBNR.